How do you do? How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? We're back to Hal Lindsey. And as I told you before, he's the biggest circulation writer of probably that ever existed anywhere in America. Nothing but the Bible has ever sold as many copies of anything as his books. But I'm fascinated with this man, and I have to be honest, I was never fascinated in my life with a person who gives me any kind of a forecast about anything, because I always felt it's inconceivable and impossible to predict anything, because there's nothing inevitable in advance. That's what I thought, because I was one of those cynics who believed it. But now I've changed my mind completely. He has me arrested because I can't believe the amazing talent that he has and the amazing facility to be able to tell us so much about what's going to happen in the future. And I've seen too many examples at too many times with this man that I'm jammed up with examples. So here's another example of a forecast he made on this show 7 months ago. Watch this.
Once Russia leads the Muslim consortium against Israel, this will escalate to draw the whole world eventually into a global war, and that is the war we call Armageddon. It'll be so great that only the Messiah's return will save the world from self-destruction.
Wow. In other words, you're saying that it's all because of Russia that this is going to happen?
Well, I'm saying that the first battle of the War of Armageddon will be started by Russia and this Muslim confederacy, whose the chief Muslim country will be Iran or Persia.
Already it proves an amazing kind of a forecast that you made, because you said this 6, 7 months ago, and since then Iran has made this speech about wiping Israel off the face of the earth and getting off the map of the world. And already we have found out that Russia has conspired with them and become partners with them on all kinds of the development of nuclear facilities, and the preparation is a partnership that's underhanded and crooked and totally amazingly, unbelievably without the knowledge or information from any source from anywhere. All the intelligence services in the world had no idea of what you were talking about at that time, that this conspiracy between them was taking place. So what I'm trying to understand is, since you're able to predict this, by the way, I have a caller here who wants to discuss exactly this issue. His name is Paul from Glen Allen, Virginia. Paul, how do you do, sir?
Mr. Mason, how are you? It's a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you. What's on your mind, my friend?
Well, first of all, I want to tell you, I saw you twice on Broadway. I saw you once in D.C., and I love your humor. I love how you attack all of the individuals and throughout the world, and then tell them how much you love them. I think it's great. I'm not into prophecy, but I do agree that in the final analysis, Islam is going to be the problem, and as your forecaster said, it's going to be Iran. I'm not sure that I see where Russia and Iran are going to come together, because if you read Clash of Civilizations, they are different civilizations in and of themselves. First of all, Russia is Orthodox, and obviously Iran is the Islam category. And what I think was going to happen is, first of all, since Harry Truman, America has always supported Israel, and the current president, President Bush, has been the strongest proponent of support of Israel. So from there, from either Israel or from America, that's where the determinant conclusion will come. And I'm not sure what will cause it, but I think in the final analysis, it is better to do it now than later. And I don't know when now is, but I can tell you, it is clear from any evidence that we see, whether it's prophecy or whatever you want to say is where we're going with the evidence that is developing in the world. It is going to happen. There is going to be another war, and it isn't going to be pleasant, and we're all going to suffer from it. But anyway, God bless you.
Sir. Thank you, my friend. Hal, did you have any comment to make on that speech he just made?
Yes, I do. I can see where he's coming from, but all I can say is watch what I said is going to happen. Russia is I can feel the chill of the Cold War coming back. Since we had that program, Jackie, material has just come out lately that Russia has started refurbishing their SS-18 intercontinental ballistic missiles. They brought up their Topol mobile missiles. They are rearming a large part of their nuclear arsenal, and they're making moves to silence a lot of the republics around them that used to be in the Soviet Union, and they're coming down on them and determining that they're going to be part of with Russia again. So they're squashing democracy all over the areas that they said they wouldn't do. So they're making moves that indicate they're definitely on the move again.
Yes, it's a total fraud that they're perpetrating on the rest of the world, and the rest of the world is too blind to see it, because we believe in our friendship with them, and President Bush thinks that this guy is his best buddy, and he says he sees into his eyes and his heart and his soul, and meanwhile he's defrauding him completely, and he doesn't even realize it, neither does the rest of the world. This is a colossal manipulation taking place right now before our eyes that we don't even see. First, I want to go to the next call. I would ask you, sir, to try to make it short because we only have a couple of minutes left. Leroy from Baltimore, Maryland.
Yes, I'd like to know whether Israel, in self-defense, will do to Iran like it did to Iraq, destroy its nuclear facilities and its bomb-making capacity.
Thank you, thank you. Hal, did you hear that question?
Yes.
What's your answer?
Well, I believe that Israel is not going to allow, for whatever, in whatever the circumstances, Israel is not going to allow Iran to get nuclear weapons. And I think this is going to cause tremendous problems, but the Iranian foreign minister just waved a red flag in Israel's nose just today when he said Israel doesn't have the capability of attacking Iran. Well, they forgot they've got submarines that carry missiles, and those submarines are somewhere off the Persian Gulf right now. So they have the capability of doing it. They do not want to do it. But if the United States or others do not take preemptive action, I believe
you believe they will do it.
And they will destroy.
I appreciate that answer. We want to get to your last prophecy. This is unbelievable. Watch this, ladies and gentlemen.
Here's the sequence that I see in the Bible. Daniel
Right.
chapter 11, verses 40 through 45, gives the battle plan. First, the Russians and the Muslims will attack Israel. Then they will sweep on down into Egypt to seek to consolidate the natural land bridge and the waterway going to all of the oil. At that time, there's going to be a counterattack to stop this. The Roman-led West is going to go after them, and the Chinese-led Asia are going to come with 200 million soldiers, according to the book of Revelation. Now, they will destroy this consortium, and that leaves the West facing China, and the last part, and the most horrific part of the last war will be between the Chinese-led Asians and the Roman-led West. So that's when, according to the book of Revelation, blood will stand to the horse's bridle for the space of 200 miles. Here's the...
I'm sorry? Well, hello, what happened to him?
Hello?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Hello?
Yes. Hello?
I'm here.
Oh, yes. So what is the conclusion, therefore, that you're coming to?
Well, I'm just saying that is the battle plan that's going to happen, the sequence of forces and so forth. And we see all of these here now. And I believe the only answer is going to be the coming of the Messiah that's been promised for so long.
So in other words, this will be the inevitable conclusion, the wars that will take place from the Chinese side, the Asian side, and the Russian side, and it will become such a huge conflagration that it will become an Armageddon.
Yeah, well, if you'll pardon me now, I'm going to use a name that I have to use.
Yes.
Jesus predicted, he said that this war would become so great that unless those days are cut short, no one would be left alive. But he said, for the sake of the elect, those days will be cut short.
Wow. This is unbelievable information. This is a fantastic study and fantastic conclusions that you come to. And I think everybody will be fascinated to hear this, and there'll be a million questions about what conclusions you came to and why you say it. This will be studied for months and months to come, because nobody else is saying it, but you've been right before, you've been right every time, and everybody knows that you're the one to study. Thank you very much, and good night.